clout versus community. I mean, that's like a big thing, right? Like a lot of people, you know, they go into this whole loyal audience often is like the big focal point. The big, what matters the most is having a big following and you have to have a big following to succeed. And
I don't think you do.
I don't think you do at all. I
Yeah,
honestly,
no,
like
not at
now
all.
we're in a day and age where you could have a following of 10,000 people and you're getting better
Make
gigs
nothing.
than somebody who has 300,000
Yeah,
because they're
yeah,
not
yeah.
doing what they need to
They're
do.
not, and they're not making anything. They're not getting any
Yeah.
gigs. They're not, you know, it's
Yeah.
like, it's, I feel like the numbers now don't really equate to, like, if we're talking about, you know, making it as on full time and actually surviving,
Yeah.
it's not really about that. It's about the quality of your community, really, and what your community can bring to the table. Like,
Correct.
I know that there's a lot of those people online that are like, it shouldn't be, you know, we're talking about this, it shouldn't be about the money to say that. It's like,
Yeah.
but that is I recently said to a friend in content creation, like, who would get, you know, because it's a bit newer to it, and would get very guilty about, you know, putting up the sub goals and stuff like that. And it's like, I was like, look, this is the nature of our
Yep.
business. If you want to go full time, you have to get comfortable with that side of the nature of our business. Like,
Yes.
and it's not like we're just scamming people and pulling out as much as we can or anything like that. I always try, you've seen me, I will give back to my
Yep.
community.
Yep.
Like, so every certain subject, then they're winning some art, they're getting part of what they're watching. You know what I mean? Part of why they love what I
I
do.
use it as a reference all the time too. Is it's like a Netflix. You pay for Netflix to watch TV, right?
But for real, it's like,
And it's you're supporting what we do. Without your support, we can't
yeah.
make content. And then that means that you can't tune in every day. It means you can't watch those games that maybe, like, you know, a lot of people too, they're like going down this spiral of how, you know, stop abusing your community, stop asking for subs, stop doing this, you shouldn't worry about subs, they'll come naturally. Look, you know what, in some cases that does happen for some people because they get lucky. They get lucky with certain community members that are just outstanding and amazing and will do anything to make sure you succeed. I know people that literally have 1,000 followers that have, you know, everybody has their whale. I'll just say it straight up. That's the best way. Everybody has their whale. They have their Moby Dick, right? I mean, it is true though. It is true though. It is true. Everybody has their Moby Dick.
You have your top supporters.
They have your supporter, that big person that like is that mythical creature that everybody wants to have. That's why I call it a whale, because it's like the Moby Dick. It's that story that like, oh my God, well, he's got somebody that supports him that drops thousands of subs, so I know I can do it. And then they do it, and then they get self-defeated, and then they're just like, I suck. Nobody wants to support me. I'm not a good creator. And that's not true. It's never been about that. It literally sometimes is luck of the draw. It really is. Like, some people like mingle with others and they don't, like, somebody could love me but hate you, you know, or vice versa. You know, it doesn't matter. It comes down to what people want to do. We don't force anybody to open up their wallets. And you know what? Like, and if we are suggesting it and we're like, hey, I'm going to do a giveaway. If we hit 25 subs, I'm going to give away a game. That's one person winning. That doesn't mean everybody gets a game, you know, but you put those out there. Or like with you, hey, if we hit 25 subs today, we're going to do an art giveaway. Like, those type of things, those are incentives. Those are just like
it's
incentive.
Else. Like, you know, I like to give incentive.
Yeah, me too.
For that. Like, I do. Like, I'm not necessarily saying that you actually have to. Sometimes you can just have a sub goal up. It's just like I say, it's that it's getting comfortable with the nature of the business. You know, the business side of it, because there is a big business side of it, and people that are like, oh, it shouldn't be about the money. It's like, look, it's an industry.
It's our job.
It's an industry, you know, and an industry doesn't run on peanuts.
Yeah.
It's like, you know.
Yeah, people get upset. They get upset when like, and I've seen both sides of the spectrum too. It's you know, we have this split of the industry where people think that, like, you know, us asking for money is a sin. You know, get a real job. I love that one. I'm just like, oh my god, get a
that
real
one.
job.
Wild,
Fucking stop being a mooch. Stop fucking begging for money. Like, look, you know what? Here's the funny thing is like when it comes down to like sponsors and everything else, I have people say, oh, he's scamming sponsors. He's doing this, he's doing that. Like I have haters hate on me all the time. And you know what? At the end of the day, every single one of my sponsors has been this. It's been a handshake in person. They know me as a person, not because of my numbers, not because of my analytics, because they know me as a person and what I have actually achieved, not some mythical made up number that, oh, I have 200 CCVs, so I must be a great content creator. No, it has nothing to do with that. It has to do with, oh, I'm $3,000 away from raising $1 million for charity. Not every content creator has done that. You know, there's the and I don't want to be talking about myself because I always feel like stupid when I talk about myself. But I'm using these as reference points to be like, hey, look, this is what we've accomplished. This is what you've accomplished. This is what you have accomplished. You know, your talent and your art is there. Like, honestly, like there is barely anybody out there that can even compete with the watercolor aspect, the detail, the artwork that you do. And, you know, and I know your community hypes you up and tells you that. And us as creators, as artists, whatever, we're going to critique ourselves worse than anybody. We're going to be the hardest on ourselves out of anybody.
Dog shit. I'm like, nah, on to the next one. This one's shit.
Yeah. It could be like the best one you've ever done, but you're going to be like, let's move on. Let's just get this up at the store and fucking move on.
Next one needs to be better.
Yeah. You're always, but that's the reason why we as content creators are good at what we do, because when it comes down to it, we're always trying to excel to the next level. It's that progression of growth. It's not being okay coasting. A lot of creators, they get in this coast mode, and you know, a lot of people may disagree with this, but people get in this mode where they're like, oh, I'm hitting 20 subs a month. I'm doing great. I don't need to do anything more. Okay, that's fine for you. But why do you think that you can pass judgment on somebody else and their business structure? Because guess what? You may run a grocery store, but you may be in two different areas. This one could be just like locking up thousands and thousands of dollars a day, and you're only making 300. Maybe they're marketing more.
You're expecting. Excuse me.
That all the above. That.
God, like I'm on the other side of the world, people.
Yeah. It's like, late night for her.
Freaking. You're expecting too much of people.
Yeah.
Like, why do people? Because people.
Yep. People are always kind of people.
It doesn't matter what you do.
Yep.
It doesn't matter what you say. It doesn't matter what industry you're in. It doesn't matter.
They're gonna hate on you.
What, like, yes, it exists in everything, and everyone on the internet, especially, is an expert nowadays. It's like everyone's got an opinion.
I heard on Google.
Like, everyone's got them. Yeah. Like, I had one guy come into my stream the one time, and I can't remember what he said exactly, but his excuse, I was like, are you a professional tattoo artist? Like, he was like arguing with me about something, and he was like, and he went, no, but I've been to a lot of tattoo conventions. I was like, oh, get the out of town, cowboy. Like, what? What? You know, so it's like this mentality of people just kind of, they think they know better. So it's like,
it's the same mentality defending devs. Same thing, right? Oh, this game, it's garbage, it's trash, blah 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 blah. But they spent 3 years making. Are you a dev? Do you have these skills? Did you went to school for years and years to learn how to make a video game? Are you producing a video game that's higher quality than? Then shut the up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
I love that people want to push that. Yeah, they love to push that judgmental aspect of everything on the internet. Oh, that's garbage. But they probably haven't even left their mom's basement yet. You know what I mean? It's
I'm always like, you know, when people come in and they start like, I don't know, trashing the art or something like that, I'm like, show us what you can do. Put it in the Discord. I'm ready. Like, show us.
You think you do better? Like, do exactly what I'm doing and do it better. Go.
Like, just do that. Like, but you're right though. They probably have never left the basement, and that is mostly the opinions of those sorts of opinions on the internet are literally basement dwelling trolls.
Yeah, and what's even worse, it's either basement dwelling trolls, that
Twolls?
trolls,
The twolls?
twolls,
The
yes.
twolls.
or like people that are above that stature that are literally older in life that literally just sit around and do nothing, and that's their pastime. It's just doom scrolling, you know, and then they want to put their opinion because they want to be heard. And you know what? To each is their own, man. Like some people just want to voice their opinion, and that's fine. But it's okay to have an opinion, and but it's not okay to go around and spread negative like judgment on everybody just because you don't know how to do it. Like everybody should uplift one another. Like, you know, if you don't like something that Razor's doing in her art, be like, hey, I actually, you know what, I know you've been doing this for a long time. I heard about this, and I'm not trying to backseat, be an artist. I've never done this. I suck at it. I just heard
backseat.
But it is backseat. It is backseating. But you know what I mean? Like you could put like an educated like paragraph and explain yourself why, and not just be a dick. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like,
but again, you're expecting way too much.
I know.
I
am expecting too much. I know.
Expecting way too much.
Doing this for 10 years, I'm just saying it in a general consensus. You know what I mean?
People are gonna be, no, I understand you, but people are going to dickhead.
Yeah.
Like people are going to dickhead. It's just, and there is nothing. You could get everybody in the world to smoke a joint at the same time and chill the fuck out, and someone's still gonna dickhead.
Yeah.
It's just the way it is. Like,
you're not smoking that right.
For real. Like I tend to just
no, for sure.
I mean, like my place is like where trolls come to die. To be honest with you, like I'm a sasspot. I got a sharp tongue and a quick mouth.
Yeah.
So anyone that comes in, it's like my community take joy out of watching me go at them.
Yeah.
And most of the time, 9 times out of 10, no jokes, we don't even have to ban the trolls. They just leave.
Yeah, they leave on their own. Yep.
They just leave
because they don't get the reaction that they're expecting.
Yeah.
You to break down and melt down. Yeah.
For real. I got front paged a little while ago, and one guy came in and he was like, you know, he went to troll and he was like, oh no, not this girl again. No, I'm leaving.
That's awesome.
I was like, see you later, dude. Come back next time. I was like, yeah, because I literally am just like, it's water off a duck's back to me. Do you know what I mean? I'm just sort of like, I don't really care.
I guess this leads into our next topic as well, is, you know, creator burnout, mental health. Obviously, you know, we as creators, you know, we were kind of talking about this earlier too, about how, you know, we can't take a week off, because if we do, we lose everything that we gained for the last month.
Yeah, do you get the streamer paranoia, like the guilt? Yeah. Like I feel so guilty if I'm taking time off. I'm always like, oh my God, what are they gonna do? What am I gonna do? I miss them. Are we gonna have our chats? Like I get so I feel so guilty.
Well, you build a bond with these people, you know, like all your people in your community, they're your friends, they're your family. Like most of the time they're not even your family. It's just like friends you've met online. And and you know, that's the great side of the internet, is that you can bring people together. I mean, like, look at us. Like, you're in fucking Sweden. You know what I mean?
For real.
Like, I'm in Arizona. You know, so like we're on the other side of the world, and we are having this conversation and hanging out. We would have probably never met if it wasn't for the internet. And those type of things. It's a double-edged
sword, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. It 100% it is. And I think us as creators, you know, like we appreciate that, because we could have somebody in Australia, we could have somebody in Sweden, we could have someone in Canada, somewhere in America, and they're all hanging out and we're all playing games and goofing around, or, you know, sharing memes or jokes or art or whatever. But it builds this bond that, again, mental health comes into a big factor of this for us. We're producing content that everybody comes to. We are the foundation of bringing everybody together. I say this all the time, like, you know, like for my community, we have so many people coming in from so many different places, right? And that's the reason why, like, for me, like, my concept, I mean, you have your creatures, of course, and I have the Lost City, and you know, like, our we have different aspects of the way we market it and push it, but the way that I've always looked at it is like, we're a city. You cannot run a city without everybody doing something different or from somewhere else. It's literally the foundation of so many countries as well. Like, people come from different places, they trade from different places. Like, if you look at history, art, anything, everything has been culminated in an aspect where people come from all different places in the world, and we all share our ideas to basically build on them, right? And so, like, the city aspect, you know, you can't, if everybody's living in the city, you got to have a plumber, even if it's a shitty job, you know, like, no pun intended, you still got to have a plumber. You got to have an electrician. You got to have somebody running the video game shop. You got to have somebody who's running the movie theater. You got to have somebody who's running all the stuff that nobody wants to do, right? And ultimately,
whoa, nobody wants to run the video game shop?
Well, I mean, if not, if you're GameStop.
Well, actually, yeah, good point. R.I.P.
Yeah, but I'm just saying in general, like, those type of things is, we have so many people coming together in one place that would have never met, and you get like this block in your head where you're like, if I leave them for even 5 minutes, everything's gonna implode. Like, because you're the leader, I mean,
empire's going to crumble.
Yeah, everything is gonna fall apart. Everybody's gonna be shitting on the streets. Everything's gonna fall apart. The video game store is gonna implode. Like, you know, that's the way that I look at things.
It doesn't though.
But it's
it
true.
Doesn't.
But
like,
it's so true.
It just doesn't. Like, this is how I feel as well. I really genuinely feel like if I take a few days off, then, like, everything's the whole empire's gonna fall apart, right? And it's not gonna be there anymore. But if in reality, when I take some time off, I come back and we just get back into it. Like, there's, like, maybe, you know, a few
you pick
people
up right where you left off. It's like longtime friends.
You just kind of pick up where you left off, and then it's kind of, people are happy to see you, and they're like, oh, we missed you, how was your time off, blah 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 blah, and then you're like, okay, I feel better about this now. But for some reason, no matter how many times you go through that cycle, the next time you want to take time off,
you're like, I don't want to.
Like, I can't do it.
Well, we do have people. I mean, this is something too, though. We do have people that do disappear. And we do, if we take too long off, they go on to the next content creator, they go to the next person, because that's what they're here for. They're here to get content, right?
It's the nature of that. They're looking to watch content.
Yes.
So it's
and you may have not built a strong enough bond with that person yet, or they may not know you well enough. So they're going to dip out, and you're never going to see them again.
You diehards, don't you?
Yeah, but you do have your diehards. You have your mods. You have your family. You have the people that have been ride or die, no matter what, ups and downs, good and bad. And
platform to platform.
No matter, I mean, yes. I mean, no matter where you've been, whether you've been on Beam, Mixer, Twitch, Kick, YouTube, it doesn't matter, right? They've been there every step of the way. And like, being a content creator for 10 years, that's a decade, right? And I have people that have been here since the very beginning. Like, my very first follower, the person who helped me set up OBS, is still part of my community to this day.
People that have been with me since my first month on Twitch. It's you know, crazy.
And why they watch us, I don't know, because I think I'm an
I know years of talking to these people, and cussing them out.
They dedicated their lives to us, and it's like something that I don't take for granted. And I'm so grateful to have them, and all the people that support us. And even like the people that make this transition from one part of the business, like, to this, for example, like the podcast. They're here. They're the first to comment. They're the first to like. They're the first one to share. Oh, new episode drop. They're so excited about it. Oh my God, RazorRedd, that's so cool. Like, and then it extends over to you, right? And then you got new people, and then you have people that come over here and love on me, and like vice versa, you know? So those things, I think that's like a big aspect of it, is that, like, we have so many people that just browse the internet, and
oh God, the whole world.
And even if we got 5% of those people, we'd be millionaires. We that's the funny thing. 5% of the world, 5% of the world, we'd be we'd have so much money, it'd be ridiculous.
Imagine captivating. Like, it's, I think, like, with that as well, it's like the reaching out to people is a really important part of like what I do. I've never really been like I used to get much bigger numbers on Twitch than I do on Kick.
Yeah.
Like, in fact, I get probably way less than, I probably get about a quarter of the viewers that I do on Kick, if that, than I did on Twitch.
Because the discoverability is different, and it's been around longer too.
The discoverability is different. It's been around longer, but I'm gonna be honest, like, for me, the quality of my community and the relationship that I have with my community now, it was great on Twitch as well, but it is so much stronger now. And I don't think that, I'm not going to put that down to the platform, okay? Like, it's just, I think, like, the format of my content changed. I feel like it's a little bit,
I think we're not as restrained. I think a little bit.
Yeah. I'm not as, I'm definitely not as restricted. Like, when I did move over to Kick, a lot of my community was so happy to be like, oh, okay, you can really be yourself here. And they really, in like, I would vocalize that. I would be like, wow, we really don't have to look over our shoulder here. I can speak freely here. I can really just feel more relaxed here. I did feel a little bit on edge on Twitch with,
you'd always be worried about if you said something that was going to cross that line. You had to worry about getting banned. You always felt like that banhammer was ready to come down on you, even if you weren't doing anything.
It's like just getting fired out of nowhere. You know,
like you had like an angry supervisor who just didn't like you, and you're like, oh, what did I do? I'm sorry.
Like, like, I clocked a 3-day ban on Twitch the one time. I was tattooing a girl's thigh, and they did me for sexual content. And I was like, this was also at the same time when the hot tub meta was at its biggest. Now, look, I'm not shitting on hot tub creators. I love to watch a girl dizzing around in a hot tub as much as the next person does. Who doesn't? Come on. Be honest.
Yeah.
If you don't, I mean, there's probably people like, I don't like it.
Who cares? I don't give a shit. Like, you know what? Let them make their bag. Who cares?
I'm not shitting on them. Make your bag, girls. Get your thing. Like, but for real, it was like the double standard of, I literally saw the rim of a girl's arsehole poking out from her G-string the other night in the hot tub category. And I'm here doing this big, massive piece on this chick's thigh, it's huge chrysanthem, like beautiful tattoo. And you're going to clock me for sexual content.
Yeah.
Like,
well, so, I think even BB had that too. Like, BB wore an outfit and her thighs were showing, and they banned her over there. It's like, dude, what the hell?
Like,
it's
that's crazy. Were we in the 1800s or something?
Yeah, it's so ridiculous. It's just
this is mad, but
But that's the thing too with like Kick and Twitch too. You can just turn those off.
Then you can do that.
Yeah, you can also turn those off. You don't have to watch them. That's the funny thing.
But it's not people reporting, is it? It's Twitch themselves. It's the staff being.
Well, there are people that report people for that too.
There will be people that report, but it's
like,
mostly
this is
just
a content.
It's mostly just the staff being incredibly inconsistent, because they pick and choose, and they also have their favorites.
Now on that, a lot of the moderation tools are switching to AI. Do you think that is going to be a huge downfall for creators, because AI cannot decipher what is good and what is bad? They're just going to start banning people left and right, and it's going to put a lot of negative stigma on creators overall. Because I heard that, like, obviously YouTube is going that route. They're going for AI bans, and they're detecting like music or detecting stuff, and they're just like, bam, bam, you're gone, and you lose all that work you've done. Or Twitch is now starting to lean into that. I'm sure Kick will probably lean into that.
They will probably follow suit.
Yeah, because it's a rollover, right? And AI is definitely a big topic right now, and it's when it comes down to it, this is my personal belief on it, right? I think that AI is a huge factor in streamlining certain things and helping people who actually need it, right? But then there are the abusers, and this is what I'm referring to by that. taking somebody's image and making them do something that they would never do. Taking like me and making my voice and making me go one way for politics or religion, or they're making me do something, saying a word that I would never say in my entire life and putting it online to try to get me banned or
the
attacked.
age of consent is over.
Yeah, it's there's literally like, and how are you going to justify TOS when people could just make a whole stream in 40 seconds through an AI script and post it up and it look real? You know, how are you going to know it's not a VTuber? You know what I mean? Like, because now they're making VTubers that are fully scripted for an entire stream.
With AI,
that can respond to chat.
Yeah.
And they're getting paid for it. They literally do nothing. They basically just run it. It's like crypto farming.
You see it on TikTok, you see it on Instagram. There are whole pages of people just making AI clips and just like, you know, farming.
They got hundreds of millions of followers.
I feel like we are at we're still at this sort of precipice point with AI as far as, you know, creation and the creative world goes.
Yeah.
And it's moving, the technology is moving so fast that eventually there will be a lot of laws that come in and legislation around 100%. AI, and so it's inevitable.
It's already happening. They're already trying to put laws and stuff.
It's just that we're not catching up with the tech. With how
I don't even think we're educated enough of the own technology that we're shooting out right now.
That as well. I mean, personally, so as an artist, it is a hot topic at the minute, and you know, for me, this is my complete take on AI. Like, as far as like, you know, AI art goes, AI creativity and stuff like that. Again, this is something that a lot of other artists on the internet have. Like, I don't engage in any Twitter conversations about AI or anything like that, because I literally just get shat upon.
Yeah.
I personally think the tech is really cool. I think the tech is really cool. I think when used right, obviously for nefarious reasons, like you say, well, then that's the abusers. But, you know, people have been abusing this, that, and the other for a lot of
It's going to come down to laws and regulations to control.
Why is this new tech is going to be any different? It's not going to surprise me. So, but personally, I don't feel threatened by AI as an artist. And then a lot of people are like, well, you're stupid, you should be. And it's like, well, I'm a traditional artist, and the art world is so much bigger than just people posting on Instagram or, you know, it's like there is a whole industry with art that has been running for centuries and decades. And, you know, people do not pay 10 million pounds for a piece of art or dollars or whatever, because it's AI generated and stuff. You know, it's like we have actual legit art traders, art collectors around the world, and it is a booming industry, and there is a lot of money in this industry. We're talking like some people paying hundreds of millions of dollars for timeless pieces of art. Okay?
I mean, look at comic books. It's the same thing. Comic books from, you know, 1930, 1940, the first comic books are selling for 10, 15, 20, 100.
Of course,
and that's original artwork that you could never duplicate.
Yeah.
You know,
we're always gonna have that. You know,
100%.
It's like we're always gonna have that. And for me as well, it's like I personally think so. AI is going, like, all the artists online can scream as much as they want about how it's bad and people shouldn't be using it. It's like it's not going anywhere. It's not going anywhere. You're pissing into the wind. Like, it's like what we see.
You're pissing on an electrical fence is what you're doing.
Yeah, literally. What we see of AI with the prompting and that is a very small tippy top of a massive iceberg. And people don't really realize how AI is being implemented into all the other systems in our world.
I'll give you a prime example on this. So AMD, Intel, Microsoft, all of them have been using AI for years. And people are like, I don't believe in it. I don't support AI. I don't do this. But really, the really annoying part about it is that, like, a lot of these processors now are using AI to give us more computing power. They're processing things faster. They're helping us be able to grow.
There's so many other segments where it's working behind the scenes.
Making sure that things are working properly. Now, stuff like that, I'm all for. But when it comes to the manipulation, that's the part that I don't like. That's the only part that I don't like. But again, like you said, there's got to be regulations put in place. There's got to be things that definitely got to stop that. Like, I've heard some pretty scary stories about like how, like us talking right now, they could record us. And
oh yeah,
literally,
make
but
us
this
say
is but that's the funny thing. These things have been around a lot longer before A was even talking about, and they could convert, vocalize, change our voice, and they could call, somebody's kid and say they're gonna come pick them up, and then it's a stranger, and boom, their kid's gone. And that's actually stuff that has been reported and has happened. That type of stuff is scary. But when it comes down to it, though, there are so many awesome things that can be achieved with AI. And I think like we have relied on computers since God 1970s and beyond, if not more, way before we even had them in the commercial aspect of being able to go down and buy a Dell Inspiron from the store. You know what I mean? Like, even though Dell was like the major producer of computers, or Mac or Macintosh, and you look back at all these things, every single phone that we have in our hand is operated by AI at this point. They could literally track us. We have geo tracking everywhere. Like nothing is hidden
These little
anymore.
slave devices we carry around with us.
We're literally enslaving ourselves with technology.
Oh, of course. Well, we love it because we love the convenience. But that might, the point for me with like the artist's argument with AI and stuff is like, look, it's not going anywhere. Okay, so I really want the artistic world to get over the stigma of AI. And I want them to embrace it in a way as we could harness it to make tools to create. Look at all the incredible digital artists that are out there. And so, because here's the thing, if you continue to, this is what I truly believe, and I'm not saying I'm right, but if you continue to fight it on the level that you are fighting, because it ain't going nowhere, okay, then it really is going to just take you over, because you've spent so much time as an industry repelling it instead of learning it, instead of creating tools that we can use for this, that, and whatever that we're doing. Like, I was quite sad when the maker of Procreate said that they will not be introducing any AI tools into Procreate, because it was like, okay, well, now we've got another stump on the bench. And it's like, Procreate is huge. I use Procreate a lot of the time. Like, I know that Photoshop implemented some AI tools, which are really, really cool.
Which I use all the time. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah,
use them all the
exactly.
time.
There you go. It's like, I see it very much like when digital photography came along, like traditional photographers everywhere were outraged. And now look at the photography scene. People thought DJs were going to kill the live music scene, but look at the music scene that we have today.
CDs to digital.
It's the evolution of something. And I really do feel like, and I don't really give a who wants to on me about this as an artist. Look, I'm a professional artist. I've been an artist for the last 20 years. I'm going to flex here. I'm a member of the Royal Society of Arts. Like, honest to God, I truly believe that it's like adapt or get left behind.
Yeah.
Because it's moving. And there's nothing we can do about it. And my opinion on that is completely solely based on the fact that it is not going anywhere. So if it isn't going anywhere, if you allow it to just steamroll over you and just carry on as it is anyway, then, it's like, let's try and get over that stigma, and let's see how we can implement that into creative, whether it be the music industry, whether it be, the art industry. And then you get those assholes that come at you and they go, oh, but it's not a person. It's got no soul. It doesn't have the artist's soul in the piece. And it's like, the AI trains off of people like me, musicians, artists, like, concept
it can't
artists.
do anything without learning.
It trains off of us. It's the computer's representation of the soul that we put into our work. And sometimes it comes out as a really beautiful thing. I have seen AI art that has blown me away. If I look at something, and it's not blowing me away because of the skill, because I know it's missing the skill, because it's like, well, it's just the computer's rendition of something, right? It's blown me away because I just fucking liked the image aesthetically. I've looked at it and I've gone, wow, that's gorgeous. It's like, so I heard an AI song last week that absolutely, like, just absolutely, it just like it got in my soul.
Yep. Yep.
I was like, God damn. And it was at that part where I started to realize it's like, this is this is how the computer views us. This is how the AI views our creativity. This is how it sees it. And it's like, that is almost a beautiful thing. We have created the AI. We have given birth to this technology that can look at that side of our creativity and understand it enough to produce something that is, in my opinion, when I heard that, it's like one of the most beautiful things I heard.
Yeah.
Like, I was like, this is gorgeous. This is absolutely gorgeous. And okay, it's not a real person. It's the computer. It's generated. It's this and that. It's like, I'm not saying, before anybody gets on the case in the comments and stuff, like, I'm not saying, okay, like, replace real artists, replace musicians. I'm just giving my opinion of what I heard.
Yeah.
And that is what the computer sees from us.
Yeah.
That is how it that is how it represents our creation. And that was a beautiful thing.
Yeah.
And we have created that. So it's like our creation creating, like, so that's the kind of the way that I see it. And it's not going anywhere. So I'm trying to just like look
adapt
at it
with
from
it, right?
different perspectives. Yeah. I'm trying to see, especially with the creative side, I'm trying to see the beauty in it. I'm trying to see, where the soul lies in it. I'm trying to see where that creativity lies in it. There are people that will argue there isn't in it, but I disagree. If I look at something and it pleases me aesthetically, or it makes me feel a certain way, regardless of whether a person made it or the computer made it, that is how it made me feel. And that is the impact that art has.
Yeah.
If I hear something that makes me feel that way, it's like, regardless of who made it, that was the initial feeling that I got, even though I knew it was AI. It's not like I didn't know it was AI and I was like, oh, it's AI. Okay, well, I automatically don't feel that way. No, I feel that way every time I look at it. I feel that way every time I listen to it. And that's the point of it. So being an artist, and I create stuff that is like, I want people to enjoy the aesthetics of my work. And, I want it to, some of it, I want to have impact. Like, if it can create that impact, well, I guess, well, we're all cooked. Like, but
I mean, you're not
we're
wrong.
all cooked.
Yeah.
We're all cooked if we don't adapt. If you continue to reject, then it is going to steamroll over the creative industries. It really is. If we find ways where we can harness this for something that we can use as tools that we can create with, then it's different. I've done so a lot of people don't like the words AI artist, right? But there's an AI artist who I've become very good friends with. We've done 3 collaborations together. And we did this in a bid to try and merge the traditional world with like what he does, to try and break a bit of the stigma, to create something together, and it was, we've made some really, the 3 pieces are absolutely amazing.
Nice.
Like, one of them is one of my most popular prints to send out, and like, he's really cool and he's really happy because he just gets nothing but from people on the internet. And it was like, I reached out to him and I was like, look, there's a lot of stigma around AI. I really like the stuff that you're putting out. Do you want to kind of work out some sort of collaboration? Whereas, like, we can work together on something.
How did you fuse those together? Like, how, because I know, like, you being a traditional artist, writing and actually like going through and creating it on camera, creating it, drawing it, watercoloring it afterwards. How did you combine those with AI?
Like, coming up with the idea and the concept together, and then him putting in the prompts, and then me taking that and then doing my own with it.
Nice.
And it's like, okay, so I'm going to now use this as a reference, as a template to create something. So creating something to create something new.
Gotcha.
Basically.
Yeah.
It's like, because that's the only
reason
real
why
way
I ask is because anybody who wouldn't know, or like, how would you combine those two? And I've also seen people do it the reverse way, where somebody will do traditional art and actually scan it, put it in, and then
I've done this as well,
and then reverse it, and then using AI prompts to like add shadowing, texturing, certain things that, like, even like the most detailed artists in the world, like, would take them hundreds and thousands of hours, and they can do it in 30 minutes. You know what I mean? And then amplify it to bring it to life. Yeah.
Yeah, like I really kind of I like it's kind of like a little bit of a mad scientist thing, you know. It's
Hmm.
like so I can take, and this is why I'm not threatened by it, because it's like, okay, I know my artwork is my artwork. I've been a working artist for over 20 years. You know, it's kind of cool to take what I've created and then give that to the AI and go, okay, with this, you know, and then just watch it kind of mold and melt everything
Like
and
almost
maybe
God mode,
animate
just
it
like
a
create
bit.
something
Yeah,
from
yeah, yeah. It's
what
like,
you originally had, and make it something even
yeah,
crazier. Yeah.
it's really fun. It's like a kind of little like kind of techie alchemist thing,
Yeah.
which is pretty awesome. And I'm at the minute I'm limited because it's like we only have so many sort of tools that we can play with
Yeah.
for stuff like there is an awesome program I want to grab. It's called Krea. And actually this there's a particular artist who is like, okay, so this guy is badass artist, wipes the floor with me, like absolutely. I look at his work, makes me dribble. I can't remember his name is. He works with this Korea team, and so he will draw, right, and then the AI will draw alongside him and create like, and it's in real time as
Mm.
well. So it's like he's drawing on one side. You got two separate parts to your screen. He's drawing on one side, and then the AI is going at it with him. And it's like, you know,
They're
what he
competing against
produces,
each
and
other.
he's well, it's not a competition. It's kind of like it's really incredible to watch. Like it really is. It's super incredible to watch. And like what comes out of it is just like it's like wow.
So does
It's
it
like, and that
alter?
is
So
really
like
like
on
this.
his, he's got his, and then the other one, does it alter what he's doing and making its own
It
design?
will, yeah, yeah,
That's
yeah. It
cool.
will kind of like alter it a bit and then add things, and then you know, it will sort of like put in you can put prompts in if you
Yeah.
want to as well. You can let it know your
Limitations.
concept
Yeah, limitations,
basically. So you're
concepts.
like, okay, so this is what I'm going to do. This is my concept. This is what I'm going for. I'm going to start to draw. And then it's just so cool to watch it fucking go in real time, like
Yeah.
next to you as you're doing that. You know, I just got like a huge new drawing tablet, like a big 27-inch thing, and I'm definitely gonna download that and sit and play with that
Yeah,
because
that's cool.
that's like they're the kind of tools that I want to see come into life, and that's the sort of thing where it's like, you know, if rather than for me something like that is how concept artists or designers don't lose their jobs. You know what I mean? It's like I am working with the AI. The artist is there. I'm using that as a tool as
That's an
well to
enhancement
enhance. And
tool.
this guy, it's an enhancement tool. Like this guy, he wipes the floor with most people in the world of his art anyway. And I think that's why he's cool to play with it, because he just doesn't feel threatened.
Yeah.
You know, I don't feel threatened by it. Let's harness it. Let's play with it. I
Yeah.
know there's going to be a lot of people that are going to disagree with me on this, and because so many people are so no AI bad, you know, and
Yeah.
but it's like if it's not going anywhere, guys, and that is the basis of my whole opinion on this is the fact that it is not going anywhere. And I mean,
I
I
agree with
do
you.
digital art as well.
I
Yeah,
yeah, I
it's
agree with
it
you.
is.
I think it's not going to go anywhere, and I think also on the same side of that as well. I think as long as it's regulated and as long as we have limitations to it, and it's not going to take away from the human experience, you know, but enhance it, then I'm all for it. That's the way I look at it, you know, because I use AI tools like you said, Photoshop. Like there's stuff that I can just lasso around a certain object, remove a back item. And, you know, they're even putting that stuff, like, it's so funny because people are like anti-AI. But, you know, like when somebody's using their iPhone or their Android and they're like circling something and removing that person in the
Yeah,
background, what do you think? That's
yeah.
not AI? That's AI.
When you want to use a filter, when you take a selfie, when you
It's
want to,
all
you know, so it's like
AI.
there is this huge double standard
Yeah.
as
Yeah.
to, okay, well, people can't use it for that, but you can use it for that, but you can use it. It's like honest to God, I'm like I'm praying that the creative industry kind of starts to find ways to accept the fact that it's not going anywhere, because if not, we are going to see, it is going to be sad, we are going to see people losing their jobs because a whole series can be prompted instead of animated.
I
We
mean,
are going to
I'm
see like, you know,
100% we're going to see that.
yeah,
And
it's
it's
going to
actually
happen.
already starting to happen. And
It
there
has.
was a whole thing about like the game development side of things and AI side of things, how game development companies are doing the same thing. They're literally taking prompts that would take thousands of hours and dollars and doing it in 30 seconds. And I look at it from a business side point too, right? If I was a company and you could do this with a command prompt, that thousands of hours that a human could do it.
It's not right, but why would you not take the more efficient
It's going to
route?
be more
I'm not
efficient.
saying, yeah, that's right,
It's
but
just
they're
like
gonna
steam
do that
powered,
because
right?
they're companies that like to generate profit.
Yeah.
And profit time is money.
Now,
Like, so when you have corporate companies like that, that's what they're gonna do.
So
They're
Expedition 33, this is, I'm going to bring this back up because we talked about this earlier. Expedition 33, what was it, 30 devs, maybe, tops? Something like that. It was one of the smallest studios. They had never built a video game before. They taught themselves how to do everything from YouTube, from Google, from AI, reading, learning. And there was a bunch of captivating people that came together with an idea. Let's make a video game on something that we love. Oh, we love the Final Fantasy series. We love this. We love this. Let's take our ideas and put it together. All right? That's fantastic. And I do believe that a lot of small studios make better games than big expensive studios because they lose the love and the passion for the game, and they're just trying to make money. They're just trying to make money. And when somebody like Expedition 33 can come out and make this game with this minimal amount of devs and bring big name actors and all these people get attention to it because of their great work, that shows, right? I don't think that we're ever going to have a video game that's completely created all with AI from scratch and nobody's going to be involved. Like, that will never happen because you have to have the human element to be able to do certain things. You still have to have the human element to put the command prompts in. You still have to have the human element to open up the programs. You still got to have the AI, the human element to be able to have the creative aspect.
Still has to be there.
It has to be there, right?
The creative aspect of it still has to be there. And whether you, you know, whether you, this is something else that people are like, oh, but they don't have the skill. And it's like, okay, so let's say, so the AI artist I've worked with is called Mischief on Twitter and Instagram. If anybody wants to go check out his work, absolutely, like, really, really cool stuff. And okay, so he might not have the skill that I have to put his vision onto paper, but he's got the creative idea up here. Now, some people think that that's not enough, but I think we're forgetting the power of our imaginations a little bit and leaving that behind. And a lot of people, I know I'm gonna get cussed out here. I really am. People are gonna be typing words into a computer is not the same as like, but you know, prompting is like, I'm not gonna say prompting's difficult, but honestly, I don't know how he gets the fucking shit he gets out of Midjourney. Like, I do not know.
You could try to do the exact same thing as him and you'll never get the same results.
Like, what? I'm like, how the f are you prompting it to make this? Like, that is crazy.
Yeah.
Like,
there is some skill to using AI, 100%. And I think also too, like, you know, say you took The Hobbit, right? The Hobbit literature.
Yeah.
And, you know, Tolkien had AI back then. And he ran that entire book through an AI script and said, fix all the grammar, add things that you think would be amazing. You know, I want this. He prompts these things and put it together. That would not be a 1-book series or a 2-book or a 3-book. That would be a 40-book series. And we would get, let's be real, it would. Like, if you took it, we would have a 40-movie contract for The Hobbit because it wouldn't be 1 book. You know what I'm saying? Because they would add all these extra elements that we as humans, as much as we want to be the most intelligent things in life, right? And we are. Like, I think they said just to even compute what happens in one person's brain would equal like 3 million computers or some shit like that. It's something crazy, right? So when you think about that, one person has all this brain power, but we don't even use it all. We only use a certain amount of our brain percentage, right? We're left brain, right brain, whatever. We can go into the whole topic of that. But when you think about it, if you took somebody's creative mind and put it down on paper and you let AI run, they're going to run. But it's still going to be controlled to a certain extent of what you prompt it to do. So, you know, I agree with you. People are going to hate us even talking about this. They're going to be mad. They're going to be like,
they're going to
destroy art. It's going to destroy video games.
Mad.
And you know what?
Be mad. Be mad.
Comment. Tell us why, but be educated about it and give us a reason. Don't just be a troll. Go in there and be like, well, this is why. This is why. This is why. And give us a reason to understand why you feel that way, because everybody's entitled to their opinion 100%, but also at the same time, be educated about it, because if you're so educated about AI, then you should be educated enough to put a solid response. Just saying.
100%. And I think that's a lot of the problem with the AI argument is a lot of people are just Neanderthaling, and it's like AI bad. And it's like, well, you know,
it's Terminator.
Okay.
Terminator is the reason why they hate it. That's why they hate it. It's Terminator. They don't want Terminator to happen.
Freaking, you know, it's not going anywhere. It's not going to go anywhere. There will be certain laws and rules that come in about it to be governed, but at the end of the day, the base standard that we see is probably going to be there for a lot of time now. We have now moved into the era where you can write something into a computer and generate whatever you want. That is where we're going. That is what's happening. And not only that, the tech is advancing so much faster than any of our industries can.
Yeah.
Like, so it's like, this is the part and that's the part that got me concerned about, like, you know, when I sat down and I actually thought about it, and I was like, you know, because at first I was a little bit like, well, that's a bit shit. Like, you can just type that in and blah, blah, blah. But then I was like, I'm a nerd. So I was like, oh, tech's kind of cool though. Like, it's kind of cool that we've got to a point where we can do that. That's like fucking, imagine when you can like just generate a fucking cheeseburger right now. I wouldn't eat that. That'd be pretty bad.
You would. Like, you would. Don't lie.
But I would. Don't
you lie. If you could just be like, you know what, I would really like to prompt out a cheeseburger, and it could actually
get a double cheeseburger.
But you know what though?
You know what though?
I guarantee you, it is only a matter of time before you could type in a prompt and type out like exactly what you want, and some machine could take ingredients in the back and put it together and make you that.
It's where the future's going. It's where the future's going. You know,
look
it's
at 3D
like
printing.
This is. Yeah,
3D printing is a prime example of that. 3D printing is the biggest evolutional step that we have taken in technology next to AI, because you can make anything. You can 3D print with metal now, wood, plastics, like all these things, right? And you can make something at home that you would normally have to spend $500 on. Is it going to be exactly what you buy in the store? No, because you know why? Because you have to have some artistic talent to be able to paint it, make sure it looks right, go through all the details. Anybody can print something that's one color, and you can even get 3D printers that can print in multiple colors now. But you know what? Is it going to look exactly like the one in the store? No, because you know why? That is made by giant machines that literally mass produce. We're basically getting what has already been, but we're getting them in consumer-based format. That's what's happening. We're getting stuff that's already been around.
I feel like we're going through like another very bizarre, very sort of Black Mirror type creative revolution. That's kind of what I feel like we're going for. It might not be the creative revolution that everybody wants or is happy with, but it's happening nonetheless.
Yep.
You know, it's like we're moving into the age of computers being able to create, although it still at the moment comes from us it still needs us to program it, to create it, to, you know, like for me personally, with what I do, I'm not going to panic until a humanoid android can sit down and do my painting physically. That's when I'll panic. Like, and then a lot of people are like, oh, yeah, but it's not
if you can get an android robot that can paint exactly like you, and you make money and they can produce it 5 times as fast, and you can just do it for fun.
You bet your ass I'm buying 10 of them bastards.
Off. You would be like, yes, I don't have to do I can go on vacation. They're going to do my whole business. I'm out. Let's be real.
I got 10 androids here painting me.
They're pumping out left and right. I'm making $5 million a day. Yeah, oh yeah. You'd be like, peace.
industries, everything
Yeah.
evolves.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, look at all the people that used to, handwork the automobile industry is a good
Yep.
example of that as well, and
Now
got
everything's
taken
made
over
by
completely
machines.
by everything's done by machines now and put together by machines. And you basically reducing the amount of actual human interaction you're having with the manufacturing of said product or
Yep.
creation or whatever. It's like we're this is like another version of that age. It's like it's
It's
coming
like
in
the
and it's coming
steampunk
in
era, but
fast.
for us. That's that like when we started
Yeah,
getting
yeah,
steam powered engines and people did not want to
yeah,
evolve, like I don't want that. I don't want that. But now look at us. When the microwave came out, when the
yeah. I want to
refrigerator came out, when it's
I want to keep a
convenience.
horse and car.
Yeah,
I don't want to,
exactly. Yeah,
I don't want
yeah.
to.
I don't trust a
It's one of
machine.
those.
Yeah.
Like
We're going to
it's
evolve.
one of those.
Imagine 200
And
years
did
from
any
now.
of those things go anywhere?
No.
Did any of those things go anywhere?
Well, they
No, they
phased out
didn't.
for
They're
the
still
next best
fucking here.
thing.
Like that. Well, yeah, that's it. The
Yep.
next best thing came
Yep.
along, and there will be the next version of this technology. It will
Yep.
always, but this is evolving so much faster than any of that. It's like the next version, and that's why I'm like, guys,
Yeah.
you are going to get lost in the source. You are going to drag us all down, and we are all going to get left behind. And the creative industries are going to suffer
And
for
I
it if
think
we
that is
do not
something.
start trying to embrace it as a tool.
I think that is also something that we can put into an aspect of all of our lives. If you can't change it, don't worry about it. Just focus on you. Focus on what you can control. Focus on what you can do. And you know what? If you are so motivated and so inspired to make change of that magnitude, then do it. But at the same time, right? It goes, and this is a full circle moment, right? With human nature, human kind. We are always going to evolve something bigger and better. We're always going to adapt. When we first got fire, or when we first made the wheel, or steam engine, or the
we're going to keep making our life more efficient.
It's going to make our lives easier and easier until we're all the fat guys in Wall-E, and you know what I mean?
Do you know what? For real, it's so funny you say that, because I literally said to a friend, we are not going to get the cool universe where we get to have the big fight with the robots and all that shit. We are going to get the Wall-E universe where we're all running around on these little scooters, really fat, watching screens.
Because we don't do anything. We don't do anything anymore.
That's going to be, that's going to be our universe, lazy. Like, for real.
Yep.
Like, it's that's what it's about. It's about the convenience, isn't it? We're always looking for ways to make our lives
and
more
expand
convenient.
the human machine is because realistically it is a giant cogwheel, and every single day we're adding a new cog to it to make this clock spin. And you know what? We're going to be long gone. We're going to be long gone. 100 years from now, 200 years from now, the world is going to keep adapting, changing, evolving. It's always going to advance. We may be on Mars by the time of our lifetime. We may be in Saturn, Pluto. We may be in another universe by then. And by then, technology is going to expand even further because we found some unknown mineral that can, produce light speed. We don't know what the hell is out there,
Real.
And it's every single day we're going to find something new that's expanding. I mean, literally, they were talking. I just watched this whole documentary about dark matter and how they're starting to learn more about dark matter. And like, I thought that was all make believe. I didn't even know that was real, but dark matter is a real thing.
No, it's real. Yeah, man.
And just like science as a whole, like there's so much that can be learned and evolved and advanced, and we're going to keep advancing. For real though, like, you know what? I think this is a good place to stop, because otherwise we're just going to keep going. But I think ultimately, yes, 100%. Like all these topics,
guys.
I mean, we could go
I'll be back. I'll be back.
Yeah. She's going to be back all the time. Her, Professor Stock, multiple other people. We're going to be bringing all kinds, and we'll get even more people on this screen than just two. And we'll have really cool, in-depth conversations like this. But like I said, the whole point of Pardon a Distraction is exactly that. Distract you from the day-to-day. Maybe you're worried about AI. Come over here and get distracted by us talking about AI. But
you're worried about it, and then we're like, yay, AI.
Yeah, right. But you know what, though? It's starting those conversations and talking about video games, talking about real-world stuff, and just, having a fun conversation and bringing new people in different perspectives. Because honestly, right now in the world, the way things are, the world's in a shit show right now. And you know what? Maybe that element of just taking you out of that just for a couple minutes to be able to hang out and vibe, have a good time, and come in, play video games with us, whatever. It doesn't even matter if it's on the podcast,
For
just
real.
in general. Just, you know, all of us
real.
need to start being nicer to each other. That's something that I'm not trying to be all hippy dippy, but I'm just like straight up like
He's being hippy dippy.
just I just literally just want this podcast to be something that like takes us away from the day-to-day bullshit. And I'm very happy with this episode, or episodes at this point. And honestly, you know what? Let's finish it out with this. So, RazorRedd, where can everybody find you? Where can they watch you? Where can they tune in when you're not doing a podcast with my dumb?
You can find me at RazorRedd on everything. I'm on Kick. I'm on Twitter. I'm on the TikToky. I'm on the Instagrammy. You can find me occasionally on YouTube as well. I'm on YouTube, but I mean, you can occasionally find me streaming over there as well. Maybe some multi streams to Twitch are coming back. Maybe, but
and
not.
Where can they get your art?
Just like, so my art, if you want my art, you have to come to my stream. You have to come to my stream because I do have a website as well, which is www.thecreaturecult.com. But at the minute, the shop is in the process of being built along with my website. So if you do want art at the minute, you do have to come to my stream. And if you come to my stream, you can win art. And we also have a system whereas you can grab the art through the stream as well, like through my Discord. So yeah, if you want to buy art, people. So all the people in the comments right now that are giving it the shit about the AI. No, for real. All these people that are going to be like, oh no, where's the soul in the artist? Yo, come buy my art. Put your money where your mouth is. Support an artist. Support all the other artists that are out there. Like, go do that. Stop sitting underneath the comments like a troll going, oh, but it has to have soul. We got soul. I can direct you to plenty of artists that are selling amazing artwork that you can support. Like what you just said, Drake. Do something about it. If you want to do something about it, then buy art.
Yep.
Buy art.
Yep.
That's what you have to do.
Yep.
So yeah, bit of a shameless plug there, but also for all my other fellow artists.
Hey, you know what? And art comes in many different varieties as well. Like it's content creation, art, drawing, music,
like content creation,
yeah, everything.
Drawing.
So support your local creator. Yes.
Yeah, if you because I feel like people are going to kill each other in the comments over the AI thing. So it's like
whatever.
Guys, all of y'all, if I'm going to look at the comments and I'm going to be like, all of y'all need to buy some goddamn art.
And you know what though? But we'll have it countered because we'll have our communities in there and be like, no, they're awesome people, we swear.
For real. Yeah, my community's heard me talk about that a lot, and they kind of, get it from like a bit of an artist point of view as opposed to.
But you know what though? That's what it's all about. And again, guys, we're gonna be talking about a lot of different things. We're gonna have a lot of games to be playing throughout the year. We're gonna be talking about games, movies, movies and TV and all that. That's a whole nother topic in itself. But
all of that.
We're gonna have a lot of stuff. We may go supernatural. We may go, mystical. We may go industrial. It doesn't matter.
We're gonna have fun. One. We got mad stories.
We got a lot of cool stories. Yeah,
for real, mad stories.
Yes.
Mad stories.
So we're gonna bring a bunch of people there together, and we're gonna bring a lot of cool people in one spot. And again, that's what Pardon the D is all about. So again, my name is TheLostDrake. I am your host, and again. Huge shout out to RazorRedd for being here. If you guys want to support me in anywhere, it's TheLostDrake everywhere. Literally, you go somewhere, it's TheLostDrake. You can search me on Google. I am there. You can find me. But yes, again, thank you guys so much. Make sure, again, as always, make sure you follow and support RazorRedd. Make sure at the utmost you go and click that little bell, the like, and subscribe to Pardon the Distraction. Make sure you follow us everywhere. It's Pardon the D, Pardon the Distraction. If you can't find one of us, you'll see it. You'll see our branding everywhere. So go do it. Again, thank you so much for everything. I love all of you guys. And until our next episode, peace.
See you next time, guys.